you invested in Lyft early,
Yes.
and it's been a wild ride. Almost every step of the way, Uber's had mind share and market share.
Yes.
How big a milestone is today seeing Lyft go public first?
Oh, it's amazing. It's like Rocky Balboa winning the heavyweight championship of the world. Like, it's like that. I mean, you know, all these founders in Silicon Valley go, oh, nobody believed in us. When John Logan said it, they're telling the truth. Like, you know, like literally, everybody had written them off. And for them to come back and go from, you know, when I stepped onto the board, I think we're at about 16% share in the US, and we're at 39% today. So just amazing. Like, really, really a thrilling thing.
The thing is, Uber isn't just a competitor. They're a fierce competitor, and you know, in some cases they resorted to illegal things
Yes, highly illegal tactics.
Beat their competition. John and Logan, I just spoke to them, they say they don't think about the competition, but come on. I mean, how much do you have to think about the competition in a situation like this?
Well, I think we think about it less now than we did. But yeah, no, like it was a huge force. And it was pervasive in everything. So it wasn't just competition. One, like, you know, Uber, of course, stole the original Lyft idea, so it was that kind of competition. And there was competition for drivers and competition for passengers, but Uber actually went as far as when Lyft was raising money, they would call investors and threaten them. You know, like, you'll never do business in this town again, you know, if you invest in Lyft. Like, and Uber investors would call, the benchmark guys would call and threaten investors. And so, like, really, really aggressive competition. So, of course, you know, there were some thoughts about it, but John and Logan did a great job of creating their own vision for the future of transportation. And, you know, like how you treat people, how you treat drivers, how you treat passengers, that, you know, established a great position for them in the market. And really exciting.
Those are some pretty bold accusations that Uber stole the business model and Benchmark would call and threaten.
Oh yeah, well, like, they're not, like, you can check that with anybody. Check anybody who tried to invest, I'll tell you that. And then they clearly, like, Uber started out as black car. Like, this is, you know, they copied it, stole us too, because you don't steal things like that in business. They copied it. But yeah, I mean, like, Lyft was ride sharing and Uber was black car, and then when Uber saw Lyft taking off, they adopted the ride sharing. So, you know, not stole, copied.
So Uber has worked hard to rebuild their reputation.
Yeah.
Does that make it harder for you now that Uber is sort of back on its feet?
Well, actually, I think not. And here's why. Travis, for all his aggressiveness, was an amazingly competent founder, CEO, and a very tough competitor. And I think that with the change in management, Uber has lost a lot of talent, a lot of people. We've hired a lot of them at Lyft. So I think that, and you can see it in the numbers, we're getting stronger and stronger as a competitor. And, you know, like the delete Uber thing was a short burst that got us from like 16 to 22% share, but 22 to 39% has been, you know, against the new management team.
So you think Dara Khosrowshahi is not doing a good job?
Well, I just think it's hard to take over somebody else's company who had such a pronounced culture, such a specific way of doing things that you're trying to change. I think that's a hard task, and so they, you know, like they're occupied with that.